Hey, you doing what? What? You doing what? You doing what? This is exactly how we ask questions using what in Cantonese. Of course, you will have to say it in Cantonese. But remember, don't mix it up with do what you, because it could mean something very different. Keep watching and I'll explain it to you later. Once you understand the concept, you'll be able to create your own questions. In Cantonese, both乜 and乜嘢mean what. The Chinese character 嘢 on its own means stuff.乜 嘢. In this video, we'll mainly use 乜 as an example. If you want to say what in a shocked tone, how do we express it in Cantonese? Stay tuned and we'll come back to it later. Now, let's look at this question first. What is it? First, we put the subjective form pronoun, it, at the front. We usually use 佢 to refer to he, she, or it. But in this context, we would say 呢樣係乜? As we want to put an emphasis on our curiosity. With an expectation on an explanation, we use the final particle 嚟㗎 here. 呢樣係乜嚟㗎? In Cantonese, it's common to omit the pronoun, so you could simply ask 乜嚟㗎? 乜嚟㗎? Let's take a look at another example. What happened? Again, 乜 means what. How about happened? Happen in Cantonese is 發生. In Cantonese, we use the same word for different tenses, and often we just need to add a particle to indicate tenses. When we ask questions, we usually put what after a verb or a phrase. In this case, we will say 發生乜事? See here means matter. This is how we ask what happened in Cantonese. 發生乜事? It sounds a little bit blunt, right? It's where we need a final particle here and make it sound more natural. It's a very common final particle in Cantonese for plain statements, so the whole sentence will look like this. 發生乜事啊? 發生乜事啊? In this context, we don't need any particle to indicate past tense. If you want to emphasize what happened to you, we just have to put 你 at the front. 你發生乜事啊? So, how about what happened to them? We just have to swap 你 with 佢哋. 佢哋發生乜事啊? Let's take a look at a different type of question using what with the same concept. What are you doing? If you have noticed, we usually put the subject at the front first. Since there is a subjective form pronoun 你, we'll put it at the front, then we will put 做緊 after. The particle 緊 indicates something happening at the moment. It's like present continuous tense are doing in English. 做緊. Then we will put 乜 after. The literal translation is you doing what? 你做緊乜啊? Let's look at more examples. 你整緊乜啊? 你食緊乜啊? To answer, we can respond 我食緊炒飯啊. So, what about changing the pronoun from you to they? We will just have to swap 你 with 佢哋. 佢哋做緊乜啊? 佢哋做緊乜啊? As you can see, 佢哋 can mean both they and them. If you want to learn about pronouns, you can check out the video with the link below. Coming back to our topic, can we replace pronouns with names? Yes, of course. For example, Mary 做緊乜啊? Now, let's take a look at a different type of question. What did you buy? Again, we put 你 at the front, then we put 買咗. 咗 here indicates a past experience, and it focuses on the result or completion of an action. Then we have 乜 followed after. 你買咗乜啊? 你買咗乜啊? With this type of question, you can change different verbs and create a new question. For example, 你食咗乜啊? Also, we can use the same pattern for present perfect tense in some cases as well, like 你食咗乜啊? 你整咗乜啊? 你煮咗乜啊? To respond, I have eaten fried rice as an example, we can say 我食咗炒飯啊. So far, we've gone through how to form questions using what in Cantonese. Remember that I said to be careful when putting a subjunctive form pronoun at the end of a question, because it could mean something very different. For example, if we say 做乜啊你? The literal translation is do what you, and it could actually mean what's wrong with you. Another example, if we say 做乜啊你? It makes it sound like you're annoyed about it. Probably either the dish went wrong or the person has made a mess. So be careful with the word order. But of course, if you say it in a loving tone, it can still sound positive. Like when you try to comfort someone, you can say 做乜事啊你? How do we express what when we are surprised or shocked? We can say 乜話? It's like you can't believe what you've just heard and you want to ask for clarification. Just to be mindful that it's a very casual phrase, so you probably only say it to your friends. If you've missed what someone has said, you can ask 你頭先講乜話? To be more polite, you can add 唔好意思 or 唔好意思 at the front. 唔好意思，你頭先講乜話? To recap, 乜 and 乜嘢 are the foundation for questions using what. A basic pattern will look like this. A pronoun, here is 你. Then an action word or a phrase, followed by 乜 and a final particle. Can you create a question using what in Cantonese? Comment down below and share with us. You may hear people say meh instead of 乜. Do they mean exactly the same thing? This video can give you some insights.